I just got off of work. My hair is a little messy. My bad. I could have brushed it, but I know I am what's today, Tuesday? I'm 2 days late. So I feel bad already. And I am going to do Love and Marriage Detroit. But this one, um, okay, sorry, y'all. My niece got registered for her first college class. I am so excited because I was running around to get this girl registered to go to school because I cannot. And we gonna get this girl past the finish line. Um, anyway, I'm 2 days late, so I felt bad and I forgot about this. So I didn't forget about this, but let me stop. Let's jump into Real Housewives, we episode 8. Okay. Now I listened to Carlos King talk about this this episode, and he made this whole thing about how it was boring. I didn't mind it. I don't mind if a bunch of drama is not happening. So there's that. Anyway, Drew. Um, we start off with Drew and the sister. Drew's talking to Ralph because Drew's like, her sister's coming, and her sister was banned. Her sister has been her manager. She gets married to this dude. Her sister tells her that this dude, she's like made some serious accusations. Um, that the serious accusation being that he was controlling. Well, he is controlling. Did I miss the accusation? Was there a problem with the accusation? Like, is it an accusation if it's fact? Anyway, so that caused her to get banned. So Ralph is not feeling her. I don't care. I will say this though. I struggle with this because you are supposed to cling to your spouse first. And I get that she's trying to make her marriage work. Her sister was out of line by saying how she felt about him. But I can also understand that if she's your manager and you get married and this guy is kind of hindering your process, then of course she's going to want to speak up and say something. So I understand everyone in this space, but I also understand that, and I understand that you have a responsibility to your spouse to be with that person, to stand up for your spouse and not go against them. So I get all of that. I am right here with you. Semicolon, however, comma. I don't like the fact that he would make you choose between your sister and him. I absolutely hate the fact that that he would, the language of saying that your sister is banned from the house. I, that's a problem for me. I would, I don't, I never ever want to come between my husband and his sister at all. At all. Even if I have a problem with them or they have, yeah, if they have a problem with me, I will fall back. They are absolutely welcomed here at my house. I don't know why they would want to come because my kids are junky, but they are welcomed here at any given point, and I cannot fathom telling him that his sisters cannot come to my house. That's just, mm-mm. I don't like it. So Drew's sisters come over, and she 2 hours late. He goes to bed intentionally not to see her. I don't know if it's intentional, but I know that if it's like 10:30, now I'm usually up until like maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. My husband would be the one who would be asleep. But I don't blame him for going to bed if it was 10:30 at night and you show up at 12:30. I don't think it's intentional. I think I'm going to bed and she's 2 hours late and good night. So I don't think that that is an accurate depiction, and that's a fair assessment. They do have the photo, which is what they've been working on, is this whole video shoot, and Ralph and Drew's sister, they hug it out, they talk, and Drew's sister is crying, and I think it was a great moment. It's getting kind of strange because we're trying to figure out, like, I don't know about you, but I'm watching it like, so when is there going to be the problem, right? Like there's a shoe that's about to drop, right? And so I'm confused. I don't know about y'all, but I know that I'm confused. Um, and I'm confused to see how, and just if on Twitter, Ralph is on Twitter promoting Drew's video. And I'm like, but didn't y'all race to go to the courthouse to file divorce papers on each other? I guess. I guess it's good to be cordial with, even if you're divorcing someone, it's good to be cordial with the father of your kids. hmm okay, the video shoot. I thought the video shoot is cute, but I'm really kind of getting annoyed. It seems like everybody is doing the whole um is everyone seems to be copying Usher. Like Usher is the thing that made this kind of pop with the roller skating. And now you have the Kardashians, they have their thing with the roller skating. Now Drew has a video with the roller skating, and she can't even skate. I did think that Sonya's comment, like, you can't skate, you hurt your Achilles with running in Jamaica last year. Maybe you should do something simple like walking. I thought that was funny and true. I didn't necessarily like the fact that Kenya was like, this is looking like Beyonce 2 like a Beyonce broke down video. Not necessary. And Drew was on Watch What Happened Live, and she was explaining like she felt that that was really rude and tacky for her to say. And yeah, I guess. But I don't think that it was mean shade. But by the way, like if you see the video, which I did see the music video, um, Kenya's all up in the music video singing. You could tell she's been in a lot of music videos because she has. Anywho, I thought it was kind of cool. And if you also think, since we're talking about Drew is comes up amongst Candy and Todd. They're talking about the movie, and Todd really wants Drew to play the wife. I don't know why Candy feels that it would be awkward because Todd's not going to be the actor. So maybe I wasn't watching it too tough. But he does want Candy to be in the role, and be somewhere in the movie. And Candy's like, yeah, I'm not going to turn it down. I do think that I do see, this is why I don't understand why people get upset with Candy, because Candy is up here like trying to give different opportunities and to cast Drew in the movie, because it's not like she hasn't been in any well, she may have done something recent. I haven't seen it. So for her to get more acting done, I think that'd be awesome and great besides being just a reality TV person. So I think that would be a really good look, and I'm sure she would appreciate it by far. Okay, so Sheree is talking about not making money by she by Sheree because she sunk so much money into this. Okay, I don't care. She is having a meeting about new products. I think it's kind of funny because nobody is wearing this She by Sheree stuff. I have not seen it. I know that people talked about Beyonce stuff and like who has seen it. I know I wear Beyonce stuff. Let me see if I have something around me. And I'm gonna tell you the one thing that I didn't think that I would wear the most, and I use it all the time, and everybody is will box me over. And every time I wear it, people are boxing me over it because it is the best thing since sliced bread. And I should have bought two, and I am not selling it because I sell on Poshmark. I sell quite a bit on Poshmark. I just actually looked at my stats and I sold like $600, $520 something dollars worth of stuff on Poshmark. Anyway, but if you look behind me, it's on this side right here. It is Ivy Park's fanny pack. And I use that Ivy Park fanny pack. It's like half of my size. Like I use it all the time when I go on theme parks, when I go golfing, when I go someplace and I don't want to use my hands and I don't want to use my wrist to carry stuff, fanny pack. And the fanny pack is so big, I can put my iPad in it, and I got the large iPad. I can put my book in it. I got room for days. I can put bottles in it. Like I use my fanny pack and I get a backpack at the theme park, and we are on and cracking. Anywho, my point is people do use the Ivy Park. But what I have never seen is anybody in She by Sheree because those prices are ridiculous. And essentially, Candy was telling her to her face, your prices are ridiculous. And what Sheree was trying to make a point is that even if you think that my product is janky, my prices are ridiculous, my website ain't working, what you should not do is go tell other people, the public, that my product is janky, that my website ain't working, and the prices are ridiculous. Keep that to yourself. Because then she asked her, did you buy anything? She's like, well, I tried to buy something, but your website wasn't working. And don't say it, well, it was working, but she's like, it's been 2 months. She wanted to tell you she is not spending three. Now, Candy got the money to spend to drop a couple $1,000s on your products, but she's like, I'm not spending a couple $1,000s on stuff that I know that I can get for a couple $100. That's what she's trying to tell you. Sheree's like, look, I've been to your restaurant when you had no food. I didn't go online and tell people I went to her restaurant. She ain't got no food. She ran out of food. I bought clothes that from her store that she can only wear once. Candy's like, well, at least you got them. It was funny. Anyway, so she admits that Sheree has supported her, and Candy's like, you should. These are just jokes, but not everybody takes the jokes. And to be honest, I can understand that. I can understand Sheree's point, and I give it. Now, Sheree went too far for me when she's like, "Look, I wanted to come to you for music advice, fine, but I'm not coming to you for fashion advice." Okay, Candy does not look bad. I don't know what y'all talking about. I like most of Candy's apparent choices of clothes, and but I will say this: Candy knows how to get a business up and running. So you should go to her for business advice. I don't think that going to her for business advice is that big of a deal. You trying to shade her by talking about fashion. It's like, why do you need to shade her? I don't understand what the point is. I didn't like the shade. It was unnecessary. Marlo. Marlo had a foster care Friday. Fine. She meets with Sonia on Instagram. She meets with Sonia and they're talking about her relationship with the girls. And they're like, I really want you to, the people get to know you better and all this other stuff. And I was like, yeah, they did know her. They've known her longer than you have. And she's like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. And sh even in the softer moments where she goes on this blind date where she's excited at the fact that, I mean, he is attractive, but come on now, you can't date nobody with a 1 year old. You already know. You already know. Unless you sit down and meet with the mother of the 1 year old and the 2 year old, you can't take them seriously. In my 20s, I dated somebody with a 1 year old, and he told me through and through that it was over. It's not a big deal, whatever. It shouldn't be, it won't be that bad. When I tell you that it was a lie from the pit of hell. So I do not think that dating and granted, a 39-year-old, I will say, because he was, we were both in our 20s, I will say, I'm going to believe that a 39-year-old is someone that is a 39-year-old is a lot more responsible for sure. So I am going to believe that that is possible. And, you know, I definitely think that it's possible that a 39-year-old is not going to be as rude and careless with people, and he's definitely going to be more responsible. So I am not against dating somebody who's 39 who has a 1 year old girl. I wouldn't. But, to each his own. But it doesn't mean that you can't just have a buddy. And he does seem nice. He does what I'm gonna be honest, what that whole dating scene looked like, people 100, that dating scene looked like an advertisement for his company. You were getting pimped and used. But anyway, on that note, I am done for this, and I am going to move towards reviewing Love and Marriage. To be fair, not much happened in this episode, but I also wasn't upset with the episode. I wasn't bored with the episode like some other ones. So, with that being said, I apologize. I will be more present with the next review. Good night.